can't recommend them enough.
All right, Brad raises here to 175. We've got a call here by Kevin. I think one of our first flops here for Brad, and he's going to flop bottom set. Poor Kevin just keeps running top pair into sets.
He sure does. I mean, maybe the saving grace here will be the fact that he's got kind of a garbage kicker. If Brad continues his story with a lot of vigor, then Kevin could get away, but he's certainly not folding to this bet. 140, Kevin's going to call. Sort of evaluate on the turn. He doesn't have any hearts, so he's got no hope for backdoor flush. Oh, no.
Two pair here for K-Dog.
K-Dog getting coolered by the turn. So Brad can just get all the value in the world here. And again, like we were saying before, like you kind of put out that smallish bet on the flop and then size it up on the turn. Let's see if Brad goes with that strategy.
So check this out. So I bought a vintage backpack.
The great thing about having bottom set here is that you unblock all of the big cards. So your opponent is actually, more likely to have a big hand than if you were sort of continuing with something like ace-queen, right? I mean, you have ace-queen in your hand and your opponent is just much less likely to have those big cards. So he can definitely keep going here. He bets 410. So...
And 410 Bradley dollars is... I don't know if Kevin likes pain or not, but he is about to be in for it. Here with top and middle pair aces and eights.
Yeah, and honestly, Kevin is probably thinking at this point, like, what's the best way to get all the chips in the pot? Is it call here and then sort of wait and see if he, jams over Brad or Brad checks and then he rips it in, something like that? I mean, he could definitely be thinking about putting in the raise now, but... yeah, he thinks his hand is made and he's ready to get it in.
A lot of action here as we've got to raise up here to 1,100. Brad Owen here for 3,200 back.
And now with such a small stack left for Kevin, I think Brad just really has, he's not going to be worried about pushing his opponent out of the pot by raising because Kevin has effectively committed himself. I mean, Kevin, of course, thinks that he has the best hand, and Brad doesn't know that. But even if Kevin was getting out of line with a flush draw and a pair or something, I think he's committed. So, yeah, Brad's just going to rip it in. Kevin's going to snap him.
And a king here on the end is... Kevin's going to show that you turn two pair and